Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, for your patron cast of the week, it's going to be Last versus Shuttle here on Andromeda. Top left, it is Last under his well-known Smurf name, Gosu. And in the top right, it is Eyewater, otherwise known as Shuttle, the orange Protoss player. Man, I've got a lot of good games between these two players, which I will cast in the next couple of weeks here, over the next couple of weeks. And again, this is a patron cast for the week of September the 10th. If you're watching it on patreon.com/FalconPaladin, thank you very much for supporting me for at least $1 a month on that platform. You get 4 Brood War casts. Well, 1 Brood War cast a week, sometimes 5. And yeah, you can see those before anybody else on YouTube sees them, a month before they get posted to the YouTube channel. Alrighty then. So, Last versus Shuttle. Who will win? Tanks? Or, you know, Reavers and Storm and Stasis and Recalls and all that stuff? I know Vultures are an important part of TVP as well. Don't worry. And this is Andromeda. So, Gateway first here from Shuttle. Scouting out. Are you going to pick the right way here, Shuttle's probe? I think you are. I think you're going to pick the right way. Yes, indeed. Making a beeline to Last's position, which means you can harass the SCV building the barracks. The highlight of every probe's life. If you don't get to harass an SCV, that's building a barracks if you truly lived at all, is what every probe thinks of themselves when they are created. Creating robots with self-awareness is, I don't know, I feel like that is a Pandora's box, right? Very dangerous. But maybe we can't stop it, right? Maybe we can't stop the singularity, which is just another name for robots gaining sentience or self-awareness. Anywho. Nothing crazy. This probe's going to try to stay here forever and ever. You're going to do some serious, sick jukes. Maybe try to get some hits off on this SCV while it's passing by. See, he's like, I'm leaving. Oh, am I leaving? Look, I'm leaving. No. Oh, look at me trying to get shots off here. Dude, Shuttle just got, he's got 300 APM. What's he going to use it for other than probe micro? Look at this Zealot coming across. I kind of love this. Factory on the way. He doesn't know what Shuttle's up to. He doesn't know if there's an expansion or not. And by golly, there is. And it's only minerals. Okay, so this is the safe location you can expand. You can expand up here too, but it's kind of awkward and super big to wall off and sucks. So Andromeda is not a great map for walling off against Zerg, but guess what? It's a PvT. It doesn't matter as much if you have to wall off against, you know, Lings, because Lings don't exist. So, we got 2 Marines here. This is a micro challenge, right? There are maps that are built in use map settings. Custom maps built where you just have a couple Marines and you have to deal with a Zealot inside your base. Because if you just try to A-move it, it will kill you. You can't kill it before it chops your face off. So you got to position Marines well, you got to micro them well, you got to kind of move one away while the other ones are firing. Then if the Zealot moves towards another Marine, you have to move that one away. You have to keep everybody kind of together, and it's a trick, but obviously Last is good enough to handle it. Without question. Cybercore coming up after the Expander Rooney, so that means a little tank push could be somewhat strong here. You don't have any Dragoons when a couple tanks show up, a couple Vultures show up, you're going to have a bad time. So this feels one basey. That is a machine shop. Do we see any sign of a command center? No, no sign of a command center from Last at all. This probe does not get out of there. Was hiding, checking to see if a base came up here or not. It didn't. This really feels aggressive from Last. Ooh, Spire Mines, tanks. Dude, these kind of pushes can be really, really deadly against Protoss. We've seen Bisu lose to a thing like this before on the channel. I think during a Sunday stream, which, by the way, if you don't watch those, they're a lot of fun. I do have, you know, user-submitted replays. I also like to mix in replays from players like Last, and Shuttle, and Flash, and Jaedong, and Bisu, and all sorts of great players. So if you want to come check that out, it's on Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time in the US, which I think is a pretty good time for Europe as well. So, you know, if you're watching this, maybe set a calendar reminder. I know Sundays are pretty lazy for most people, but stop by the stream. Say hello. I'm live. You can ask me questions and stuff, and I'll answer. With my voice, with a face cam even. What? Falcon Paladin with a face cam? Yeah, absolutely. So, is that a command center? No, that's a barracks floating out. This is... I don't know, is this over preparation for something that's not coming, or what? I mean, sure, you absolutely handled that Dragoon. Mm-hmm. Sure did, but you know, how much does it matter if you overkilled a Dragoon? So Last is going to expand here. Again, Protoss does want more bases than the Terran in this matchup. So it's not the end of the world here for Last that Protoss has that second base way before Last has his. It just feels like Last is preparing for something that is not at all coming. He's preparing for like 5 or 6 Dragoons, and that's just not... That's not what's coming, or what, you know, anytime soon. Sure, we're working on it, right? We got 3, we're making 2 more. That equals 5. Is it a put? Oh, he's not expanding. Dude, this is one base trying to kill shuttle style stuff here. I don't know. We don't see a lot of this in the games that I cast for the main channel. Just because usually these things win real fast, and I like to cast the macro games. So, I don't know. Could this be a sneaky twofer, perhaps? I guess we'll have to find out, won't we? So, kite, like your life depends on it, Dragoons. You've got singularity charge. Tank setting up in siege mode. Vulture's getting some spider mines down, but pretty good target firing there. Alright, so spider mine line has been laid, but it's pretty far away. Oh my gosh, and he's getting a bunker up. Dude, Last is trying to kill Shuttle. Shuttle's getting an observatory. He's getting a Shuttle. Which, you know, if you had to place bets on what Shuttle was going to do in this game, and one of the options was build a Shuttle, you'd feel pretty good about that, yeah? I argue you would. Bunker's done. Marines can get inside the bunker. Spider Minefield can get laid closer and closer here. And you can hit that second base from this low ground. The barracks is here to spot things. Dude, Last is trying to kill Shuttle. Absolutely trying to just murder him right now. What is Shuttle going to do? He's going to try to Zealot Bomb these tanks, I guess. What else can you do? You really can't brute force this with the spider mines and the bunker and the tanks behind. He just killed his own spider mine. That was probably a mistake. Hard to know. So, 1 base to 1 base here at 7 minutes. This is crazy. This is exactly what Last wants. 1 base to 1 base. He's more cost efficient. His tanks, his spider mines, his vultures are more cost efficient than Zealots and Dragoons. Yes, I don't know about this turret positioning, but dude, these tanks are mean. Shuttle is gonna have to come out here. You know, he's killing his own spider mines on purpose to avoid spider mines dragging into the tanks. It's like, I don't need those anymore. I've got tanks, I got vultures, I got missile turrets up. That observer has to get out of here. This shuttle's taking hits. Are we just going? Oh my gosh, the shuttle dies so fast. The zealots died so fast. I don't know, man. So focusing down one of the... Yes, siege tank dead. But how many Dragoons are dying in the meantime? The answer is probably not as many as you want. If you're Shuttle here, or if you're Last here, now the spider mines have to come into play. They do kill a Dragoon, but guess what? The tank count has been reduced to 1. And Shuttle's broken out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he snuck a base at the 12 o'clock too. Shuttle, you absolute god. Honestly, wow. Okay, that was insane. That was just... I think maybe killing his own spider mines was a bit of a mistake there. I think you want them to trigger and, like, run up to these Dragoons, right? But using Singularity Charge upgrade, using the range on the Dragoons, I think he was able to stay far enough away. That wasn't a huge problem. Now spider mines are laid. The bunker is still here. The tank count is 2. Not as good as it was, but you know what? Another one is coming in. But he doesn't know about the 12 o'clock. He doesn't know about it. And he's not expanding himself either. He's building supply depot, a missile turret, because he's worried about the shuttle showing up in his own main base. Because there's nothing to defend against any kind of a zealot attack up here at all. So I guess there's 1 vulture here right now. The spider mine is laid against future incoming shuttle attacks, which aren't really on the menu. Shuttle's more interested in saturating his, his second base, which is awesome. Good for him. Last is just 1 base in it, and I think that reason alone, trying to 1 base against a 2-basing Protoss, it was fine when you killed the second base, but now that there's a new second base, that's where things get super dicey. Last is like, okay, I've got Shuttle contained. I've got him. I know he doesn't have this base. I know he doesn't have this base. So if we just keep him up here, then I can win this. That's what he's thinking, but he is wrong because he doesn't know about this. Sneaky bases, man. Sneaky bases are overpowered in StarCraft. Try to take them sometimes. You'll be surprised at how often your opponent has no idea that they exist. I mean, it's 86 to 66 supply, 37 to 21 workers. Protoss has a lead in every conceivable metric right now. It's just coming down a ramp into this many siege tanks and vultures. No, it's just not going to work. You pretty much, I don't know. What do we do here? Oh, losing the cyber core is not great. Did you expect tanks to be setting up down here? Probably not. So is it a double zealot bomb, or are we going to send these zealots to the main base and try to wreak havoc? No, we're just repositioning. We are repositioning the entire army. See, the choke is the problem. If this was just wide open and you could come and angle in here from a concave against this army, you'd feel better if you're shuttle, but you don't have that. You don't have it. Okay, so he's he's unloading out here on this low ground. If you can sneak around, try to get a surround on this, that's better. I mean, or just go kill last stuff, but you don't want to base race him because he can float his buildings and you don't have a starport. Are there positions on the space to hide is the question. This is great. I don't usually get to cast these kind of shorter games because you guys don't seem to like anything shorter than 20 minutes. I don't know. Maybe I should try. This is good. This is really good. This is effectively a short game, even though we're 11 minutes into it. Alright, so he's like, oh, says last. How did this happen? Well, you know, it's Shuttle, so shuttles exist. And it's just the slowest push of death you'll ever see. Shuttle's just not... Dude, he's going to lose that. Losing that Nexus would stink, but also losing all your stuff back home is very bad. It's a free siege tank. Pumping out of a factory immediately to die. Ow. Oh, siege tank back here. We're dropping zealots on everything. Spider Mine takes down the zealots, but also the siege tank. And last has to... Oh my gosh, last has to run. Is this getting an epic tag? Both players losing their main bases in the first 12 minutes is pretty good. It's honestly pretty amazing right here. See, like I said, don't base race a Terran. They'll lift their command center and run, but guess what? You're going to come over here and find that the Protoss has been here the whole time. So yeah, look at this. Probes dying, trying to evacuate probes out to the second base as much as he can. And this is it. This is the lone source of mining that's happening on the map right now, is that super sneaky ninja base that I think Blast is going to find here for the first time. He's like, alright, well, I always have the island base. I can do that. That'll be great, he's thinking. La 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 la, flying buildings are so cool. But, oh, what? Protoss is here. Protoss is not supposed to be here. Oh, they've got cannons. Not that it really matters. This is nuts. This is an absolutely crazy game. I think this might just get an epic tag for just being effectively a super long, drawn-out one-base rush that turned into a base race pretty much instantaneously. Well, quick anyway. Oh, place your bets. Here at about 13 minutes. Put in the comments, at 13 minutes, I thought Blast would win, or I thought Shuttle would win. It sure feels like Shuttle's going to win. Just because, you know, income versus zero income is always bad. But I suppose if you can take this space, that's pretty good. Gosh, this is just bonkers. This game, I am smiling ear to ear as I'm casting this. It is amazing what these players are doing. All right, so Last is going to go ahead and take this here, third base slash natural base. Guess what? Shuttle's expanding bottom left too, because Shuttle has shuttles. And shuttles are good in games like this. Yeah, all these supply depots are dying because they can't lift off and they can't run. So Shuttle's main base is gone, but he's going to have 2 homes away from home here. He's going to be on 2 base to the Terran's 1, and it's like a tiny, tiny bit of a reset. It's 22 to 11 workers, though, which is the larger problem. There's not much of an economy for Last at all. I know he has a base now, which is great, but he's got 4 SCVs mining this mineral patch, these mineral lines. the minerals that are in a line here. Blast gets supply blocked. There's High Templar down here, I guess, in case a drop happens. I don't know. Like a drop ship that just drops like 2 tanks right here would kind of be amazing. But he doesn't have a starport, so never mind. Is he building a starport? He's building a starport. Oh, he's got this base too. Oh, I didn't know he took this base. All right, so he's 2-basing it now. This is crazy. This is absolute insanity. Storm drop. Oh my gosh, the storm drop down to 9 SCVs now. Wow, those weren't defensive High Templar at all. Those were good. Those were planning on moving out. You just moved in last, says Shuttle, but I'm going to storm drop you to death anyway. Shuttle taking the natural base of the bottom left-hand corner. Yep, this is crazy. This is an absolutely fantastically crazy, crazy match. I am enjoying it through the roof. What's up, Kakaru? You're just observing all of the death and the carnage below. Kakaru! 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 Yeah, so the only thing in last spawning location is a missile turret. And the only thing... Oh, another storm dropperoonie here. Ow, High Templar dies, down 11 SCVs. So a couple of them died in that drop. So the only thing that's left here for Protoss is nothing. There's no indication that Protoss Shuttle ever spawned in this top right-hand corner. None whatsoever. And no indication the Terran is over here either, except for this missile turret. And it looks all the world like this was a bottom left versus a top right spawn. And then Shuttle just took this 12 o'clock ninja. I guess the fact that there's nobody in this spawn location at the top right is a little... It's a little odd. If you showed this game at this point to somebody, they'd be like, okay, somebody spawned up here, probably. And it probably wasn't the Terran, considering what we're seeing right now. This is the problem. 13 and 30. 13 going on 30. Jennifer Garner movie from, geez, mid-2000s? 90s? I don't know when that movie was. But yeah, 13 to 32, 86 to 46 on the supply difference. I'm pretty sure this is Shuttle's game here at 17 minutes. I know I asked you to predict at 13. It's not that long ago. But like, the numbers. The tank positioning makes it kind of hard to storm drop from up here. But I guess you can. Bit of a vulture run by. He finds the bottom left base of Shuttle. Both those vultures die because of course they do. That's fine. That's normal stuff. But they got the scout off. They killed a couple probes. It's still 33 to 20. I mean, just taking Shuttle's main would be pretty nice. I think anyway. Man, hit that like button if you've enjoyed this. I feel like a lot of people hear me say hit the like button and they just don't do it. It's all about algorithm. It just allows YouTube to recommend my channel and my videos to other people, which is good because if I get more views, there's more comments and there's more people for you to argue with in the comments if you're that kind of person. And it just helps, you know, help the channel grow as we storm dropped a tank. That's pretty awesome. Alright, so now we have stuff up here. So this is going to chase this away for a while. 39 to 26. Dude, Last is getting back his economy, but what he's not getting back, I feel like, is the army, right? It's 103 to 60 total supply. We've got a big chunk of army here. We've got a big chunk of army here. Got a couple zealots down this way. I don't know. I don't know that Last is really in a position to move out. He's expanding to the right side. He's trying to get his economy up and running again. He's up to 27 SCVs, which is much better than the 9 he was at a minute ago. And we're just kind of settling into a fairly normal PvT. Stargate coming in, probably just for Arbiters. Like a scarier transition to this stage would be kind of hilarious. We could take this third geyser. That'd be pretty good for him. Oh, is he trying to drop here? He was going to try to drop here. And got shoved away by, I don't know, some cannons, I suppose. Yeah, it's a little bit late for the dropship play. I think at this point. All right, last. He's going to claim this high ground in the name of Terrans everywhere. Shuttle's glad he never took this base because this is a really good position for Terran. It's hard to dislodge him. Is he going to give it a try? I feel like he's going to give it a try. So he's coming up the ramp and all the way around. And he's going to have to slow down to kill some spider mines. And Last is like, you know what? No, this is not the home for me. Just get out of here. You know, we're just going to put some fear of Terran into Protoss and then just get out of here. Arbiter Tribunal is coming up. Right here. Shuttle taking the base at the 9 o'clock too, but this seems problematic. He's getting chased too much. Shuttle is just on his tail, not letting him unload anywhere. So, man, Shuttle's got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases right now? Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bases. And the availability to take this one, but again, it's pretty scary, all things considered. Last comes home a broken man, 40 to 49 workers. Yeah, this right side base is functional for him. He's got the gas income that he needs. He's got a bunch of minerals coming in as well. It's hard. It is hard to tell who's going to come out on top here. Looking at it, I feel like it's Shuttle, but Last is so good. And he's basically had to come back from the dead, but Shuttle has too. So nobody really has the advantage here when it comes to who had to come back from the dead. Right? Usually if you keep your base and kill your opponent and they come back from the dead, you just beat them anyway. Because they came back from the dead. That's quite a disadvantage, you know? Just casually killing this pylon and then probably going to get out of here. Yeah. Get on out! Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I was trying to come over here with some High Templar and Zealots to wipe that out, but nope, got there too late. Shuttle doesn't have speed yet, so it's just a little bit... little pedestrian, right? Can you imagine that was the sound a shuttle made as it flew? You're just inside the shuttle, you hear this. That'd be... be annoying. Last is sneaking a base in the bottom right as well, which I think Shuttle has an inkling exists. He's either going for, oh, this base, which had to lift, because it was under attack from something I missed. Oh, don't lose your shuttles, though. Trying to storm chase him down. Like a monster. Yeah, 10 Zealots at a time on the way. It's about 100 supply advantage for Shuttle right now. He knows what's up. Why is Last not... I guess we're scared of the shuttle. That's fine. We're scared of the storm. To be scared of the storm is but human. I think Abraham Lincoln said that. Boy. Shuttle expanding to Last's original starting location a little bit. Last never expanded here, so sure. Oh no! Last does one of the I am too far behind, I'm never catching up GGGGs. Oh, I don't like those very much. Ah, I mean, do we epic tag this? I'm gonna do it. Just for the sake of both players losing their main bases in the first 11 minutes. And then Shuttle just did this. He took the 12 o'clock. He was very smart about it. He had an advantage the whole game that Last was not able to catch up with at all. He expanded intelligently. He rebuilt his tech. Right, he got everything going. he denied the space a little bit. He did some storm dropping, a little bit of harassing. He just kept Last on the back foot. Last never got his feet underneath him. Never got into a position where he felt comfortable moving out. And then he was just down 100 supply, and that was it. So, for as exciting as the first bit of the game was, the last 5 minutes are kind of disappointing. God, I'm so undecided. Patrons, let me know. Put it in the comments. You think this is epic? If you tell me it's epic, then I'll put an epic tag in it. I'm not sure that it is. Yeah, I mean, 90,000 to 67 supply in favor of Shuttle. Produced about the same number of units. Killed the same number of units. But lost about 30 fewer. So sure, that's a big deal. Ends up, constructing, raising. Everybody lost their whole main base. And this is the big deal here. Like, gas mine, minerals mine, and total spent is huge. That is one of the bigger discrepancies you're ever going to see in a PvT featuring two players as good as Last and Shuttle are. That was great. So GG Shuttle, man. He's too good. He's just too good. I don't know what else to tell you other than he's amazing. Love this guy. I've got some longer macro games between these two players. So watch for those in the next little bit, I suppose. Although, man, if Shuttle is just this good in every one, I don't know what to tell you. All right, good stuff. So that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a patron cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.